start broadcasting a run through of Destiny Rise of Iron. Now, I do not currently own the Rise of Iron expansion, so we're going to be going as far as we can with this, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. So, I actually already have 2 characters fully built, and I'm working on raising their armor for whenever I do get Rise of Iron. But at someone's request, I'm going to be doing a run through of a new character this time. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Alrighty, so as you guys can see here, I already have an Awoken Hunter and an Exo Titan. These are my 2 mained out characters. This was my first ever character, and as you can see, his light's pretty up there. Still raising, but we're getting there. So I thought it'd be interesting if this time I started with a Warlock. And seeing as I haven't done one yet, I'm going to go ahead and do a female human character. Yeah, I know. Keep all your comments to yourselves on that one. These are all the different faces you can choose, and I think I'm going to go with that one. And being a warlock, I think I'm going to keep her relatively pale. Setting the characters up is always the most fun yet most challenging part, because there's so many options that you can use. You can give them face paint. I think with her, I'm going to give her the eyes. Yeah, we're just going to goth her out entirely. So the whole premise of this, if you don't already know, is a war has broken out on Earth, and a lot of people have fled to the stars, to Sanctuary, to, you know, wherever you might want to call it. And aliens of all kinds of different species have invaded. And that right there was the cause of it all.
We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy. A darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything. But it was also a beginning.
As you can see, you get to start off with what's called a Happy Horn, even though you don't really have anything that can use it at this point. An introduction to your best friend and pretty much the Navi of Destiny. If you're familiar with the Legend of Zelda series, this is Navi. A little less annoying though.
Ouch.
Okay, and welcome to the first enemies that you will encounter. The Fallen.
I must. Is it possible? There you are. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost, and you? Well, you've been dead a long time. So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is Fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move, fast. We won't survive long out in the open like this. Let's get inside the wall.
So starting off, you literally have nothing. You know how to punch. You know how to jump. But other than that, you don't have anything.
Okay, I need to find you a weapon before the Fallen find us. Quiet. They're right above us. Hang tight. Fallen thrive in the dark. We won't. We need more light. I'll see what I can do. Another one of these hardened military systems. And a few centuries of entropy working against me. They're coming for us! Here, I found a rifle. Grab it.
Alright, so you instantly
I
get
hope
to
you know
start
how
off
to use that thing.
with an auto rifle and basic gear. This is pretty much what you look like starting off. Now, you actually apparently get to start off with 2 subclasses as a warlock. If I remember correctly, I did not get that option with either of the other 2. But, seeing as I've kind of made her into, you know, kind of a darkness, I think I'm going to stay with Voidwalker with her for now. And then there's a Happy Horn. You know, not really anything that you can equip it to at the moment. And we have our first sighted enemies. You notice up in the left-hand corner, you have a compass that actually tells you where they're at. As with pretty much any other game, aim for the head. There's very few enemies where you wouldn't aim for the head, and they will come up later on in the game. I'll let you know about them when we need them. Yes, even though this is an auto rifle, I like using it in pulses because it makes it easier to aim. And you don't end up burning through all your ammo trying to hit one target.
There's more ahead. Keep it up. A loot cache. Let's see what's inside.
With that, I just got a shotgun.
Trip mines. Don't touch them.
This is where things start getting interesting.
The Fallen have a tighter hold on this place than I thought. Just a little bit further. Let's hope there's something left out there. This was an old cosmodrome. There's got to be something we can fly out here. Incoming! Fallen ships, this close to the surface. Move!
Yes, this does tend to happen a lot. This is actually the first time that it's happened to me this early on in the game. But I'm also playing a little bit differently this time, so I can give you guys kind of a mass intro to the game. I want to be able to show you guys as much as possible in this one go. And hey, maybe we'll see you in the Crucible one day.
I'm picking up signs of an old jump ship. Could be our ticket out of here.
Okay. As you level up, you can upgrade all of your perks and weapons. With this, I finally get to get a first grenade. So, yay. Vortex grenade happens to be one of my favorites. It basically creates a vacuum around them. And luckily for me, these guys are horrible shots.
There's a ship. Clear them out.
Now, when you get in close and you don't really have to worry about aiming too much,
let me see if I can get
let
us
them
out
loose
here.
when you have the auto rifle.
It's been here a while. Hasn't made a jump in centuries. We're lucky the Fallen haven't completely picked it clean.
Will it fly?
I can make it work. Okay, it's not going to break orbit, but it just might get us to the city. Now, above that transit. Bringing you in. We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.
Pay attention to that cloaked figure, because it becomes a very important part later on in the game. At the end of each mission, it'll show you your rewards as well as your kills, precision kills or headshots, and how many times you died. With this one, you automatically get a jump ship, just because, well, let's just say it's kind of necessary. Rewards will vary depending on the type of mission that you're doing. Welcome to the city. You won't see any part of this other than this tower right here.
Welcome to the last safe city on Earth. The only place the Traveler can still protect. It took centuries to build. Now, we're counting every day it stands. And this tower is where the Guardians live.
Alrighty, so to give you guys just kind of a brief introduction to the tower, give you a grand tour. Well, maybe we will.
I need your help, Guardian. The all of them.
Let's do it. Titan.
Something pushing back.
There we are. Alright, so if you guys ever need help finding anything, any person or, a quest item, or just need details on your quest, just hit the touchpad and it'll bring up your ghost. You can look, over there is the Tower North. That's where you'll talk to basically the main leader of the Guardians.
That's new.
Right over here you have a store.
We're still open.
Where you can buy silver and buy different items with the silver that you have. Now on your very first character, you will start off with like 200 silver, but that is shared amongst all of your
Interesting.
that along with your buys is shared amongst all of your characters. So once you buy something, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Come again.
Okay, right over here you have the mailbox. If you ever
Underway.
forget to pick something up, during a quest or whatnot, have no fear, because you can just come to the postmaster, and any items that you may have missed during your missions or runs or whatever, they will appear right here.
How can I help?
Oftentimes throughout your travels, you will find
Let's see what
engrams
we have
that
then.
look like this. Now, anytime you get something that looks like this, bring it to the Cryptarch over here,
Come back
and
before I
he
get
will
bored.
decode it and give you the actual armor that you have. Alrighty, so we're gonna run in here
Afraid of the shadows?
They're not ready.
into the Hall of the Guardians, and you have the 3 different Guardians here. Here's the Warlock Trainer, the Hunter Trainer,
What can I do for you?
and the
boss?
Titan Vanguard.
Lost. So many sacrifices.
So with this one, we're gonna go ahead and talk to the Warlock one.
How can I help?
Okay. She says, "Welcome to the Tower, Warlock. Today you begin your training wielding your light against the unsated maw of the darkness, and I will be here to guide you on your journey.
I thought you'd take care of it.
As a new Guardian, you are due our respect and support. Accept these robes and travel with wisdom." So,
Thanks again.
starting off, you instantly get a brand new robe. And look at that defense increase automatically. Okay, you always want to, well, you don't always want to, but most of the time you want to dismantle any of the armor that you get in excess, because it will give you parts that you can use to purchase better armor.
Unit is not available for reassignment, Guardian.
Okay, you can also purchase armor from her. Now, granted, a lot of times this may or may not be the armor that you want.
May it provide for you, Guardian.
Most of the time you will get better armor
We
on
expect
your
great things
journeys,
of you.
but I'm going to go ahead and buy that now, just so I can show you.
You want to take on the Cabal? You got
Okay,
a
after this, you're gonna run back up here, and the one guy that I didn't show you beforehand, just because I knew we were fixing to come over here anyways, is the gunsmith.
Warlock.
Now, once again, starting
Can't
off,
sleep, huh?
he lets you choose whether you want an auto rifle, a pulse rifle, which basically just fires in bursts of 3, a scout rifle, which is your basic rifle with a scope, single shot, heavy damage, and then the hand cannon, basically a shotgun in pistol form. Doesn't do nearly as much damage as a shotgun, but still packs a pretty decent punch. Now me, I usually prefer either the pulse rifle or the auto rifle. Just sticking with what I normally go with.
Thanks,
You
Guardian.
go with the pulse rifle. Now, once again, you can come to this screen and look at the difference in that. You can also hold down R2 to compare, and it'll show you the difference in what you have compared to what you will get if you equip this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once again, dismantle that one, and look at that. It gave me a schematic. Okay, and a lot of times you'll get stuff that you can't wear yet. Obviously, requires level 4. I'm only level 2. Same with these ones. Requires level 4, requires level 6. I'm going to go ahead and dismantle that one because, in all honesty, I don't need... by the time I hit level 6, I'll have much better gear. Okay, yet another thing, you can come to him if you want to try out different weapons, if you want to field test weapons of higher caliber. However, once again, check the requirements before you buy.
Come see me if there's any problems.
Okay, so now we're going to be coming up right over here into the tower hangar. This is where you'll have all your ships, all your upgrades. You can purchase pretty much any kind of upgrades that you want here for your ship. Different types of
Fix you up with
ships.
some new wings there, Guardian?
You get to start off by claiming your ship.
Thanks.
However, later on, you'll be able to get new ships.
Thanks.
So be sure and look out for that one.
Sitting well in order, smite the sounding pearl.
Inbound traffic. Lock transmat signal to frequency.
Oryx. Dead.
We
Now we'll
couldn't
run back
stop
down
Proton
here.
first if we
As
wanted.
typical with pretty much any game, the first few levels is a lot of just running back and forth, talking to
Yes.
everybody, you know, kind of getting set up. So you're going to run back here and talk to the Titan Vanguard. He's basically the leader of all Guardians. So when you come to talk to him, he says, Holiday is a skilled technician. Your ship is restored. Unfortunately, her report says you're missing a warp drive. We need you out into the system, Guardian. Return to the Cosmodrome and find a replacement.
Give me your report.
Strength input.
And look at that. Even just with that, you instantly get boosted to level 3. So we get to pick another. And now we have Glide. Now, each of these is specific to the type of character you are playing. The Titans have basically a jetpack. The Hunters have a double and or triple jump. And the Warlocks have the Glide. So when you do that one... Oh, I continuously forget, you can't use that one here. So, when you're ready to leave, just hit the tower pad, or the touchpad to bring out your ghost, and you have to hold down triangle. Alrighty, so we're going to be going back to Earth. Pretty much all of Earth is in old Russia now. That is the only place left on Earth. Go figure, right? We always knew it was going to be the Russians. Just kidding, don't quote me on that.
There's so little left out here. We were lucky to even find this ship. A Guardian can't do much to protect the city without one. But it needs a warp drive if we ever hope to fight beyond Earth. And that Cosmodrome is the only place I know where we might still find one. We survived the Fallen once. We can do it again. A Guardian ship was recently shot down here. If the Fallen haven't gotten to it, there might be parts we can salvage.
Okay, so it seems like my map was a little bit off on this one. These guys are actually underneath me. See how it's a red circle around me now? Well, obviously they can't be above me, so they have to be underneath me, underground in the tunnels.
The ship's avionics are completely catatonic, but I can cull their last transmission. They managed to restore an information hub here, down in the tunnels below. We should check it out.
Alrighty, so it looks like we are going to be chasing down those guys that we saw earlier on the tracker. Yep, if you notice, they're back on track. And we found them.
A map of the entire area. What we really need to find is a warp drive, so we can jump to any planet or moon. Our only hope is where we found our ship. We have to go back.
Okay, so as you heard, we're headed right back to where that big guy was earlier. And it looks like we're just going to follow these guys right on out. Ooh. Not gonna lie, I kinda want that. Spin metal. Spin metal is one of many components that you can gather to and use to upgrade. Be sure to collect as many different components as you can because they really do come in handy later on. And with that, you just got a brand new pair of gauntlets. Only requires level 1, but look how much armor I gained from it.
Scanning for the warp drive. Bad news. It's already in fallen hands. I hope you're ready for this.
Guys with the yellow bars, be extremely careful. Even if they're just, you know, they look like a normal one. Like, you'll see guys like that Vandal right there. But he might have a yellow bar. That means he's elite. And it will be a lot harder to kill. now this guy's gonna try and work his way around behind me and cut me off. I'm not gonna let him do that. All or nothing, guys. All or nothing.
You just
remember what I was talking about the Archons?
And we got a warp
not
drive.
The Archons, the encrypted. Right there. The encrypted engram. You can't tell what it is. You can tell that it's leg armor, but you can't tell if I'll be able to wear it or not. So with that one, we're going to have to run back to that Cryptarch so he can tell us. Okay, so we're headed right back to the tower.
Mysterious, even to me. Put it to good use, Guardian. Come back before I get bored.
And with that, I got green. So these are uncommon boots. Usually, oh, but look at that. The ones that I actually bought will be better once I hit that level.
I have the location. Send word to the speaker.
Warlocks. Yeah, you guys have
plenty of
interesting problems.
Report.
Alrighty guys, so now
we're
being sent in to investigate the Fallen.
Morning, Guardian. They're not ready. Let them keep fighting.
Yet another one that you'll wind up getting a little bit tired of Earth by the time you're done with this, because it's a lot of back and forth. And it looks like we actually have two different places we can go. The Warmind, when you break into the House of Devils, to break the House of Devils' grasp on the Cosmodrome and secure a vital link to the Golden Age. And then you also have the Dark Within, investigate reports of hidden power trapped in the Cosmodrome array stations. We're going to go ahead and do this one first just because it's the lower level one, and that usually means that, you know, it comes a little bit earlier in the story.
There are reports that the Fallen back at the Cosmodrome are keeping a pretty tight guard on the old Skywatch. Could be one of their leaders, or it could be something valuable. The Speaker's asking Guardians to look into it. Okay, the Skywatch is just on the other side of the steps. And it's surrounded by Fallen. Well, I'm ready if you are. You know, this place must have been amazing before the collapse. Thousands of humans boarding the colony ships, off to build cities beyond.
Now, a lot of times when you're out here running around, you'll come into these
the building with the radar? That's
events.
the Skywatch.
These are ones that literally any Guardian of any level can participate in, and you can usually get some pretty amazing gear from it. Now there's a level 40 already over here. I'm going to go ahead and help him out.
Okay, guess we're on it. Good work.
He more than likely didn't need any help, but it's good experience and it is a community event. And with this, we now have our ultimate technique. Now, that white bar that just appeared above my stats in the lower left corner, that bar will slowly fill up as you kill more fallen, more enemies, you know, throughout the entire game. And as soon as it hits its max point, you'll be able to use ability.
We're in. This was one of Skywatch's old array stations. A link to the lunar colonies. Dead end. Fallen sealed this gate. I can get it open. Fallen really didn't want anybody getting in or out. What is this? Lots of motion ahead. I've got a bad feeling about this. The hive.
Okay, so you just had an introduction to the second enemy that you will encounter throughout the entire game. The Hive. They're basically swarmers, and those thralls will be the bane of your existence. And this is why. All they are is cannon fodder swarm. Now you're about to get to see what my ult looks like.
There's a wizard here. You have to kill it.
And the few times that being a warlock is good, being a wizard is bad. Once again, nothing will ever be able to beat a close-range shotgun.
Darkness could be a lot closer than we think. We should probably get moving.
Now that I have these... Oh, look at that. Another encrypted. If you notice, that one I got armor materials. Those can be used later on to upgrade or purchase better armor. Okay, so going back to my stats, I have 41 kills, 21 headshots, I got a pulse rifle, and a helmet as part of my rewards for this. Alrighty, so we're gonna go in here, and if you look, my pulse rifle that I have currently only has 12 damage. So I have a hand cannon and an even better pulse rifle now. If you look, my range goes down slightly, my reload goes down slightly, but my stability goes up and my attack goes up. So overall, it is actually a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna dismantle that one. I've never really been a huge fan of the hand cannons, so I'm gonna go ahead. If you're a fan of those, I'm sorry. You know, if you love going for those, then by all means. I've never really been a fan of point and shoot, which is how I kind of view those. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and head back over here, and we're gonna run this one now.
The Vanguard's reporting that Fallen are tearing into machines all over the Cosmodrome. I'm starting to think they aren't just looting the place. Whatever they're looking for, we should probably find it first. I'm picking up heavy fallen activity near the Forgotten Shore, but that's miles from here. Guardian set up a vehicle grid here. We sync to that, we can summon ground transport from our ship. Let's go. Here's the Sparrow link. Encoding superposed states, entangling ket vectors, and we're linked. All right, if you want to get your Sparrow, we can be in the Forgotten Shore in seconds.
Yes, it does remind you of Star Wars. Looks like we have a high level who forgot to do this mission.
We're approaching the shore. The Fallen are using some sort of signal amplifiers. Let's see what they're transmitting.
You know, this whole glide thing is a real drag. It doesn't really even glide that well. And repeating, nothing beats close range shotgun.
Give me a second. Some kind of distorted signal, not Fallen. Let's check the other one. Watch it!
Looks like we have another event incoming. Let's find out where it's going to be at. It's relatively close by. Right down here. Now, because I believe it would be a good experience, we're gonna go ahead and go for it.
This could be bad. Great, let's do this.
Yep. Not gonna lie, I kind of expected that to happen. Oh, hi. Normally with an event like this, you have a lot more people willing to jump in, but it doesn't look like there's very many people even on anymore. Not at this point.
This could be going better. Going.
We're halfway to the end of it. And while yes, we have died quite a few times, we're still doing better than I expected we would. And then we run into things that have shields. Yeah, it looks like I'm right here is where I'm probably gonna be able to have to call it quits. Because I can't touch those guys.
Not much longer.
What's getting me is they're actually swarming from all sides, which is something that they don't normally do.
Good work.
but we still managed to get it. So that's something.
The same transmission. They're both linked to something in Skywatch. Let's check it out.
Also be on the lookout for things like this. There's that spin metal that we talked about. You'll find reserves like that all over the place. Alright, so now that you guys have had a good introduction to the game, I'll stop with all the chit chat about tutorials and such, and we'll get this show on the road.
The Fallen are tapped into something in the back of the room.
Now's where things are gonna start
Fallen are
getting
trying to
real
access these
interesting.
machines, but something is fighting back. This will take some time.
You have to figure out where this guy keeps coming from, because he didn't show up on my radar until he was right on top of me.
pulled out everything they managed to steal. We should destroy this thing. They didn't get much. Kept hitting an active firewall. Old Earth. Russian. Legends are true. A war mine did survive the collapse. Rasputin. An AI built to defend Earth. He faced the darkness and survived. And he's protecting something here in the Cosmodrome. We have to find a way to reach him.
Alrighty, one more thing on the tutorial portion of that. Other than your, basic generic weapons, you will have weapons that are infused with different types of damage. This one does void damage. If I come across one relatively soon that actually has... I believe there's 3 different types of damage. There's void damage, frost damage, and fire damage.
There was a time when we were much more powerful. But that was long ago. Until it wakes and finds its voice, I am the one who speaks for the traveler. You must have no end of questions, Guardian. In its dying breath, the traveler created the ghosts to seek out those who can wield its light as a weapon. Guardians to protect us and do what the traveler itself no longer can.
What happened to it?
I could tell you of the great battle centuries ago. How the traveler was crippled. I could tell you of the power of the darkness, its ancient enemy. There are many tales told throughout the city to frighten children. Lately, those tales have stopped. Now, the children are frightened anyway. The darkness is coming back. We will not survive it this time.
Its armies surround us. The Fallen are just the beginning.
What can I do?
You must push back the darkness. Guardians are fighting on Earth and beyond. Join them. Your ghost will guide you. I only hope he chose wisely.
I did. I'm sure of it. We're in this together now.
Alrighty guys, well that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Please let me know what you thought, and if you have any requests for future broadcasts in the comment section below. And have a good one. Alright, I hope to see you next time.